Starting the machine. Before starting the machine, inspect to make sure nothing on the machine is worn or damaged, and replace parts as needed. Also, check and maintain the hydraulic oil, engine oil, and other fluid levels before you start it up. Turn the fuel shutoff valve to the on position. Make sure the throttle is in the idle position, signified by the turtle symbol. Turn the key and fire it up. If you're starting in the cold, see the owner's manual for specific directions. Moving the machine. Before moving the machine, always raise the cutter head. Take hold of the track controls with both hands. To travel forward, push them up. Pulling them down moves the machine in reverse. The speed increases the further the track controls are pushed or pulled from a neutral position. To steer the machine, push one handle farther than the other handle to increase the velocity of either track. This will cause the machine to pivot left or right. Always stay on level ground as much as possible. A 20-degree maximum incline is allowed. However, driving at any incline increases the possibility of losing traction or rolling over, especially if the ground is wet. Never leave the machine running and unattended, even when it's parked. Operating the head. Move the machine into position to cut so that the head can swing across the edge of the stump. Open up the chip shield. To raise or lower the head, pull back on the lever to raise it or push the lever forward to lower it. Swing the head by moving the cutter swing lever left or right. To start the cutting wheel, place your left hand on the handrest, which automatically depresses the cutting wheel on switch, and press the cutter start button, located on the right-hand side of the control panel. This will activate the cutter wheel and keep the cutter wheel activated, or spinning, as long as your left hand remains on the handrest with the switch depressed. The cutter wheel will stop if you lift your left hand off of the handrest, releasing the switch. With the cutter wheel activated, lower down the head by pushing the cutter lever forward and start to grind. Slowly swing the cutter wheel across the edge of the stump by moving the cutter swing lever left or right. As you go, listen to the engine speed. Adjust the cut depth and swing speed if necessary so as not to overwhelm the engine and stall the wheel. After one pass is complete, move the cutter wheel down into the stump around an inch and repeat. Always cut from the edge and not the center of the stump. Continue making cuts down the edge until the stump is cut below ground level or the teeth are cutting below half the wheel radius. After the job is done. After grinding is complete and the head is disengaged, close the chip shield before driving away from the stump. Drive the machine back to the trailer. Park on level ground and lower down the cutting head. Reduce the throttle to idle and turn off the ignition switch. Remove the key and close the fuel shutoff valve. Always make sure the engine is off and completely cool before you touch the muffler, any hydraulic parts, or clean or maintain any part of it. Once cool, spray down the machine body and the cutting head. Once you're done cleaning, turn it back on and operate the controls to remove the water from any moving parts. Position the tow vehicle on level ground in front of the machine. Unlatch the trailer tilt bed latch pin and tip up the trailer bed. Line up the grinder with the cutting head facing the trailer. Drive the grinder slowly forward and up onto the bed. The trailer will level itself as the grinder passes the balance point. Loop the front chain through the D-ring on the front of the stump grinder and into the keyhole slot. Back up the grinder until the front chain is completely tight. Loop the rear chain through the loops on the grinder and D-rings on the trailer bed. Hook on and tighten down the load binder. Remove the key, engage the parking brake, and always check to make sure the tilt bed latch pin latched when the trailer bed tilted down. If you're loading with a ramp or hoist, consult the owner's manual. And always do the necessary lubrication and maintenance required once you get back to the shop or, if necessary, in the field. Consult the owner's manual for specific lubrication requirements and safety precautions for performing maintenance on the battery. For more information, visit www.barretomfg.com or consult your owner's manual.